I'm sure you've heard the news. Welcome back to Universal Insight. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. September 2025. A new season dawns, but the mood across the nation is anything but hopeful. The air is thick with uncertainty, and every headline seems to carry more weight than the last. Inside the Oval Office, tension is palpable. Advisors huddle, voices low as the president faces mounting pressure from all sides. The nation stands at a critical juncture, with decisions made here echoing far beyond these walls. This crisis is not just about policy or partisanship. It's a storm threatening the presidency, the economy, and the very core of American democracy. The atmosphere is charged, as if the country itself is holding its breath, waiting for what comes next. Across America, headlines blare urgent questions. In living rooms and online forums, families and friends debate fiercely. Is the commander-in-chief truly capable of leading through this storm? Are the current policies a path to prosperity, or a recipe for disaster? The uncertainty seeps into daily life, fueling anxiety and division. Trust in government is eroding, and America's global standing is under intense scrutiny. Protests erupt outside the Capitol, while the halls of power feel emptier than ever. International journalists question America's direction, fueling a cycle of doubt and instability that seems hard to break. Economic uncertainty grows by the day. The stock market reels, businesses brace for impact, and questions about President Trump's fitness for office only deepen the crisis. Each feeds the other, pushing the country into uncharted and dangerous territory. The stakes are historic. This is about the long-term health of the republic, not just one election or administration. The symbols of American democracy stand silent, reminders of what's at risk if the nation falters now. As America faces this test, the world watches with bated breath. Allies and rivals alike wonder what kind of nation will emerge on the other side of this crossroads and whether the American experiment can endure its latest trial. President Trump's mental fitness is now a central concern, dominating headlines and fueling intense debate across the country. What was once whispered in private circles is now discussed openly on national television and in the halls of Congress. These concerns are no longer dismissed as mere partisan noise or political attacks. Instead, they have become a bipartisan issue, with lawmakers from both parties expressing unease about the president's ability to fulfill his duties. Rambling speeches, confusing digressions, and moments of apparent disorientation have become routine, alarming not only close allies but also the American public. Each public appearance is scrutinized for signs of cognitive decline. Official reassurances about his health often clash with visible signs of decline, verbal slips, factual errors, and increasingly erratic behavior. Medical experts and commentators debate the significance of these incidents, while the White House insists all is well. The debate has shifted from partisan speculation to a serious question. Can the president process complex information and make sound decisions in a crisis, especially when the stakes are highest? Global leaders now hesitate, fearing that agreements made today may be forgotten or reversed overnight. Diplomatic relationships are strained as uncertainty grows about America's reliability on the world stage. The unpredictability that was once seen as a political asset now undermines international stability and national security, leaving allies and adversaries alike unsure of what to expect from the United States. The 25th Amendment, once an obscure constitutional provision, is now openly discussed as a possible remedy for a president who may be unfit to serve. Lawmakers and legal scholars debate its application in this unprecedented moment. The president's fitness is no longer just a political issue, it's a national security imperative, with consequences that reach far beyond the walls of the White House and into the heart of global stability. The American economy, once a symbol of strength, is now gripped by uncertainty. Aggressive tariffs and unpredictable policies have triggered trade wars, job losses, and rising costs for families. Businesses hesitate to invest, unsure if the rules will change with a tweet. Proposed cuts to Social Security and Medicare deepen anxiety for millions. Attacks on the Federal Reserve's independence further erode confidence. The result: inflation, slowing growth, and a sense that chaos, not stability, rules the day. The economic turmoil is the direct result of a governance style that prizes disruption over certainty. Beyond the headlines, America's democratic institutions are under siege. Independent agencies and the civil service face politicization, undermining trust and accountability. The press, once a cornerstone of democracy, is attacked and delegitimized, leaving news deserts and fueling disinformation. Oversight bodies are hollowed out, replaced by loyalists, eroding checks and balances. Public servants fear retribution for impartiality, weakening the quality of governance. The result is a dangerous loss of public trust and a fraying social contract. This is not just about one leader, it's an attack on the framework of democracy itself. Rebuilding trust will take years, but the damage is happening now. America's internal chaos has diminished its global influence. Once a reliable leader, the U.S. is now seen as erratic and unpredictable. Alliances are fraying. Israel, once a steadfast ally, now prepares to stand alone. Withdrawal from global agreements and hostility toward international institutions have created a leadership vacuum. Allies seek new partnerships. Adversaries test America's resolve. The nation's moral leadership and credibility are fading, replaced by skepticism. America's voice is no longer the loudest or most trusted in the room. The world is being reshaped, and America risks becoming a spectator to its own decline. These crises are not isolated, they feed each other, accelerating America's decline. Economic instability, political unrest, and social upheaval are interconnected, creating a vicious cycle that seems unbreakable. Questions about the president's fitness fuel economic volatility, which deepens social and political divisions. The uncertainty surrounding leadership creates a ripple effect, impacting markets and eroding public trust. Weakening institutions project an image of chaos abroad, emboldening rivals and unsettling allies. The absence of strong leadership on the global stage leaves a vacuum that adversaries are eager to fill. Key indicators, public missteps, economic data, institutional responses, will reveal if the nation can recover. Analysts and experts are closely watching these metrics to gauge the country's trajectory. The stakes are monumental, the soul of American democracy and its global role. The decisions made in the coming months will have lasting implications for generations to come. Lost norms and alliances are hard to restore. The void left by U.S. leadership will be filled by others. The international community is already adjusting to a world where American influence is waning. This is a hinge point in history. The choices made now will shape the future of not just the United States, but the entire world. The choices made now will determine the Republic's future. Every vote, every policy decision, and every act of civic engagement counts more than ever. The world watches, hoping America can find its compass before it's too late. The eyes of the globe are on us, waiting to see if we can navigate through these turbulent times.